who's done something really good in the martial arts. What does that mean, really good? Like, how do you quantify good? Some years it's for somebody who has really gone above and beyond and tried to help and reach out and really guide everybody to get further along the path. Which path is that? Martial path. And sometimes it's a guy who's improved. Maybe he was, okay here, but then he improved a whole bunch. Sometimes it's someone who's done really well in competition. There's all kinds of reasons. How do you define excellence? Martial arts for the year is about excellence. I'm going to tell you a story about a past recipient of this award. Many of you were at our 20-year anniversary in 2001. That was a landmark year for a lot of reasons. Most of the reasons are the ones we don't really celebrate here, but 20 years in 2001, that's a long time. Holy cow, here we are in 2026, and it's been 45 years now. It makes 20 years seem like we just woke up. But this young guy, his name was Matthew McDonald. I don't know if any of you guys remember him. He was just a cute little kid. I don't know, he was probably 5 when he started, something like that. That sound right? And just the nicest little kid, but just as goofy as anybody you'd ever see. When you would talk to him, you'd try to ask him a question, or how are you doing today? And he'd speak some kind of gibberish that made 0 sense. He might as well have been speaking Kryptonese or something. It just made no sense at all. But he was there for a long time, for a few years, and eventually he was actually very, very knowledgeable about not just the martial arts, but you could actually hold a real conversation with him. One time we were talking to him, I don't know if you remember this or not, but she asked him something, and he goes, yes, for example, you could, he was only like 7 or 8 then. You remember that? I mean, she was stunned that he was using that, phrasing things that way, and he's still just a little squirt. He did a really good job. So that year we gave him the most improved student award. We gave Martial Arts of the Year award to somebody else. We had multiple awards back then because we had hundreds of students. Because you'd have hundreds of students in one. So in that case, it was for someone who's improved a bunch. That's the most memorable award that I've given out. Can you remember any other awards?
Not really.
Anybody else remember? We've had some really good, Cynthia Willis has gotten the award, Cynthia Boswell's gotten the award a couple of times. We've got lots of people who have made big contributions that most of us wouldn't be here without that. But especially this young guy, really, I'll never forget him. So, along those same lines, when we first started our judo class at Revive, the old Revive, meaning no disrespect to anybody, these kids were wild. It took me 2 or 3 months, you guys remember this? 2 or 3 months to get them to where they were actually teachable, much less before they could actually learn something. So they were just wild. 0 discipline, 0 attention span, 0 potential to amount to anything. I know that sounds cruel, but the truth is true. Within a couple, 3 months, though, they were all very much better behaved. See these kids now? See anybody sprawl on the mat? See anybody wiggling around? See anybody doing that stuff? No. Do you know why? Because they know that it's not acceptable. So that's what we're looking for. It's the first lesson you learn in the martial arts. So, long story short, we started there with wild animals. We ended up with very disciplined young people that were doing a really good job. One of the wildest of the bunch was a certain young man that has stuck with it for years. I don't even know how many years now. 4 years? 5? I don't know. But he's made a heck of a difference, not just in the example he sets for everybody else, but in restoring my faith in humanity. This young man's name is Zeke, our martial arts of the year.